Okay guys, this is Great-OLA welcoming you back to my channel. This is the fourth video on our WhatsApp AI tutorial series. In the last video, I showed you how to use these templates to train our WhatsApp AI. And in that video, I also promised to show you how you can update this file. Let's say you got a new product or you just added a new service and you want to update the training for your AI to be aware so that it can start pitching the new product or new service to your customer while you are away. And that is what we are going to be learning now. So let's get started. Now, to edit this file is very simple, but it will require us to have a basic understanding of this structure. There are two important characters in this file that we need to understand. And the first character is what we call curly brace. This is curly brace. This is opening curly brace and this is closing curly brace. So let me write it here. I want us to see it. So this is what we call curly brace. So all our content in this file must be between the curly brace. But for easy readability, we normally separate the opening and closing on different lines like this. Then I will bring the content down as well, just like this. And to be more readable, we can just space it like this. So the content is between the opening and closing curly brace. Then the second character that is important to understand in this structure is the quotation mark. So I just declare new content now, and that is what we are going to do. So we need to understand that curly brace starts new content in this file and closing curly brace will demarcate where that content ends. For example, now let's look at this. This opening curly brace is the start of the whole file and this closing curly brace is the end of the whole file. So inside the whole file we have data, and after the data we have column. I want to tell us here that column separate the right content from the left content. So I just write a content now. Let's say I want to put another thing in front. I will just use column, then I will have my quotation like this, then I will put another thing. So this column will separate the left from the right content. Okay, so when we have data here, we now have these square brackets. So look at these square brackets. Every other thing in this file is located between the opening and closing square bracket. You can see this is the opening square bracket and this is the closing square bracket. Everything else is within them. You will understand the reason why I'm explaining this. Now the next thing is we have the ID of the model. That is the AI model that we are using. This is the ID. We don't have business with that. Just leave it as it is. Then the next thing is the services. This is where we are going. Now this service, in front of it, you will see that we have another square bracket, which means the beginning of the listing of the services. So when you just look down straight, the next square bracket to the one we have above, the next to it is this square bracket, and you can see that it is the closing square bracket. And what that is telling us that everything located between this opening square bracket and this closing square bracket is for these content services. So it means everything from here down to here is for this. So that means if you want to add new service, now let's say we just get new service that we want our AI to be aware of, so we must let it locate between this opening square bracket and closing square bracket. So what we are just going to do basically is to come to the last curly brace here. You will notice that each service is within a curly brace. For example, now this opening curly brace up to this closing curly brace is for a service, and at the end of it you can see we put comma, which means we are listing. So we want to list another service, so we put comma and we start with another opening curly brace and we close it with closing curly brace. So everything here now is another service. while below it is another services. So if I want to add new service now, I'll just come to the closing curly brace, the last curly brace for this list. So I'll just put a comma, then I will come down like this. I'll come down twice. So, and I'm using this big screen for us to see clearly. It's still the same thing, either you do it on your phone or you do it on your system. It's still the same content. Just copy it and paste it at the appropriate place that I showed you in the last video. Okay, now I've come down twice by pressing enter. All this is just for readability. Then I can use my tab to come here. Then I will write another curly brace like this. Then I'm going to separate the opening and closing curly brace to be on different line. I can separate it twice like this. Then I will use my tab to bring it here. All these are just for readability, so that it will be easy for us to read this file. Now I want to add another service now. So just like we start for all other, we are going to start by quotation like this. Then within the quotation we are going to have the name, just like what we have up. And don't forget, we are going to separate the right and left content with colon. Then I'm going to do another quotation. Then within that quotation we are going to write the name of the services. So let's say we have digital marketing already, so just write the name of that new service. Let me just write new service. So the name of the new service that you want to add is what you're going to put here, and by doing this you've just updated this file. So let's say you have 3-4 new services. That is what you will just continue doing. Come back here, come down here, then comma, come down like this. Just the way we did the first one. You just repeat the processes. Very simple, very simple. So then don't forget, this square bracket demarcates the end of everything about services, and below it we have contact. That's another section entirely. In fact, I can separate it for readability as well. You can see now everything from here is contact, about contact, and this curly brace represent the beginning of the contact, and this closing curly brace represent the end of all these contacts. We want to add to these contacts address as well. Let's say I want to add Twitter. Yeah, there's no Twitter here, so I will just come to the last on this list here. You will notice that when we have WhatsApp and we have address to our WhatsApp, we have comma because we want to list more. Then we list our YouTube and we put the address in all of it, we have comma. Then we come down to TikTok, we have our address. We did not put comma because this was the last. Then now let's say I want to update it. That is where I'm going to start by just putting a comma. Then I will come down, use my tab to be here. Then everything must be in code, don't forget. So let's say I want to add for Twitter, just like this. Then what will be the next? Colon. Yeah, get it. Then quotation, then the Twitter address like this. So it's very simple. And don't forget, this closing curly brace represent the end of it. So let me give it more space like this. This is where our bank details started, and the bank details end here as well. Bank details end here. Come down so that you can see clearly. Okay, so this owned by Great-OLA. So in your own file, you can change this Great-OLA to your own name. You can leave this owned by, you can leave it. Then this name, you can change it to your name. So if they are chatting your AI and they ask who owns you, the AI will tell them that you owns it. So you mention the name here. Yeah, so AI understand all this language. You know, we call it AI. So let's say you want to update your bank details as well. So you can just follow what we've been doing. So you just come here, put a comma, and you add the next thing. If this is very simple for everyone to follow. In case you have any question or comment, put it in the comment section. Check the description of this video. You will see my WhatsApp link here. You can link with me up on WhatsApp, and I'll be glad to help you. Please, if you are new to this channel, if you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly click the subscription button now, please, and please like this video by clicking on the thumb up below this video. Click on